Welcome, anxious to learn TDF users. So here we are in Global Search. And my initial filtering tools are across the top: FAR, item type, and in. I'll quickly type in DIER in the FAR box because I'm looking for a store in the Dierbergs account, and that starts with DIER. I'll check the item type box to be sure it's set to account. Notice there are other record and item types to choose from. I'll keep the N box on all and press enter. The search engine locates any account record with DIER anywhere in any of the viewable columns. I can look down at the bottom of the screen to see that 34 account records have come up. Each line represents one record or item, in this case one account, with different columns presenting different types of information about that account. Because I have permission to view all account packages discussed in the printed tutorial, this search brings up any accounts in all account packages, including 6000, 6001, 6002. You can see the customer ID for the account came up in the search results. Ship to or store number comes up if the account has a store number. You might see an underscore in this column, meaning the line represents the account's corporate office or accounts such as independents. As you scroll across, you can see a lot more information. And this is a good time to stress that all these different types of records and items exist individually in TDF, kind of line by line if you want to look at it that way. But, and this is a big but, in many cases records and items are linked to each other. Remember, I've stressed the whole linkage concept before. Now if I want to change the search a little, I can change what's in the FAR box. I can change the item type. I can even change the N box. And that will concentrate the search on one column's information. Since a lot of the information is numbers, you can use numbers in the FAR box also. So it's a search engine, for crying out loud, just like Google, but a little fancier. If you have a piece of information, use it and allow the search engine to do the work for you. Admittedly, in most cases, you'll have the account's name to use for the search, but hey, you never know. In the upper left, there are two nice tools: recent items. Click on recent items and all records or items you recently searched for will come up. You can even create favorites for any frequently accessed record or item by highlighting, then right-clicking on that record or item, then clicking on Action and Add to Favorites. Oh boy, I mentioned the right-click. Much more on that later. Once you've created an initial search, you can define the search further using the blank area toward the top of each column. And you can use multiple filters. Here I'll filter for store number 4. Now to show you one more thing in Global Search, click on the desired account, then slide your mouse over to the left and click on the icon with 3 dots. I'm sure it has a fancier TDF name, but we'll go with that. A new screen opens, and notice the note: you are viewing children of an account. I introduced you to the whole parent-child-grandchild concept in the Introduction to TDF tutorial, and here it comes into play. Notice just below the note there's a drop-down field, currently set to contacts. So, per the note above, you are currently viewing any contacts that exist as children or linked items of the account highlighted on the previous screen. And you see there's one. And it happens to be me because I set it up for this very purpose. Now, notice if I click on the drop-down arrow, I have a list of the available record and item types that might be linked to this account, such as activities or opportunities. I also have an all linked items selection, and I'll click on that. And you'll see all the linked items, such as activities, tasks, emails, contacts, that's the contact we just saw a minute ago, the account itself, here's an email, an appointment, and on and on. There's 10 items linked to this account, which happens to be Dierberg's number 4. A click on the green arrow, and you're back at the main global search screen. Okay, so we've just touched the surface of global search, but you can see as one of the 2 doors into TDF, it can be very useful in finding particular records and items. Now, on to the other door into TDF, the Manager's Console, and back to the written tutorial.